The story of human conflict is, in many ways, the story of our ingenuity. Imagine an ancient battlefield dust, chaos, and the clash of bronze weapons. Warfare was personal, soldiers fought face to face, relying on strength, skill, and courage. The chariot revolutionized battle, combining horsepower and human craftsmanship to dominate the Bronze Age. Archers on chariots could strike from a distance, breaking enemy lines before swords met shields. Organization mattered as much as weapons. The Greek phalanx formed a wall of shields and spears, while Roman legions used flexible units and short swords to conquer vast territories. Generals relied on what they could see, with commands carried by runners or horns. The range of an arrow set the limits of battle. Sieges could last years. This was a world shaped by the spear, sword, and shield, where human strength and simple machines decided victory. For thousands of years, the outcome of war depended on muscle, discipline, and the resilience of wood and metal. The battlefield was a brutal test of will and innovation, but the age of muscle and bronze would not last forever. New forces were about to reshape the art of war. The dawn of a new era was on the horizon. Gunpowder arrived from the east, changing warfare forever. Cannons shattered castle walls that had stood for centuries, ending the age of stone fortresses. Power shifted to those who could afford artillery, helping forge the modern nation-state. Muskets replaced bows, easy to use. They allowed armies to grow larger and deadlier. Tight formations became targets for cannonballs. Armies adapted, fighting in long lines to maximize firepower. Fortresses evolved into star-shaped designs to deflect artillery. Armor faded as lead balls rendered it useless. The thunder of guns replaced the clash of swords. War became louder, deadlier, and more impersonal. The age of chivalry ended, swept away by smoke and steel. A new era of mass warfare had begun. The Industrial Revolution unleashed a torrent of military innovation. Factories mass-produced rifles, bullets, and artillery with unprecedented speed. The machine gun turned battlefields into killing grounds, defining the horrors of World War I. Tanks rolled over trenches, impervious to small arms fire, while airplanes brought war to the skies. Bombers struck cities and factories, making civilians targets as never before. War became more impersonal, soldiers killed at a distance, often without seeing their enemy. Radar and powerful explosives changed the scale of destruction. The atomic bomb, born in 1945, unleashed unimaginable power. One weapon could destroy a city in seconds. Its use ended World War II but began a new era of fear. Humanity now possessed the means to destroy itself. The world would never be the same. The stakes of war had reached terrifying new heights. The shadow of nuclear weapons would haunt the decades to come. World War II's end brought not peace, but the Cold War, a global standoff between the US and Soviet Union. Direct conflict was unthinkable. Nuclear weapons made total war suicidal. The arms race moved to new arenas, laboratories, spy agencies, and space. Rockets that launched satellites could also deliver nuclear warheads across continents. ICBMs and the doctrine of mutually assured destruction kept the peace through fear. Military satellites became the new high ground, spying, communicating, and guiding forces worldwide. Computers and electronics transformed warfare, guided missiles, jet fighters, and digital command centers. Soldiers became part of vast networks of sensors and data. The battlefield was now global, digital, and ever more complex. The Cold War's silent sentinels watched from above, shaping a new era of conflict. The world stood on a knife's edge, held in check by technology and terror. Today, war has expanded into space and cyberspace. Modern militaries depend on satellites for communication, navigation, and intelligence, vulnerable to attack without a single shot fired. Drones patrol the skies, striking targets from afar while pilots remain safe at remote consoles. Cyber warfare targets networks, infrastructure, and public opinion, making the keyboard as mighty as the sword. Artificial intelligence and hypersonic missiles promise to upend warfare again. Quantum computing could one day break all encryption, exposing secrets worldwide. The pace of change is relentless. The future of war is uncertain. We stand at a crossroads, armed with technology of unimaginable power. The question remains, can our wisdom keep pace with our inventions? The story of war is still being written.